Hi, thanks for being here. So this is another breathing exercise. It's a type of pranayama known as Visama vritti, an uneven breath where the inhale and the exhale are of different lengths. Again, this is a very commonly written about type of breathing pattern. When it's referred to outside of pranayama, it's often known as a 3-4-5 breath or a 4-7-8 breath, where essentially we're looking to lengthen the exhale compared to the inhale. So with the 3-4-5, the inhale is for a count of 3, then there's a pause for 4, and the exhale is to a count of 5. And with the 4-7-8, the inhale is to a count of 4, the pause for 7, and the exhale to a count of 8. And it's a breathing pattern that's been shown to be particularly helpful to sort of access that deeper state of relaxation. Can be quite a nice one to try before sleep, for example. As with all of these breathing practices, the longer counts can be really tricky. So going straight to a 4-7-8 is potentially going to be quite difficult, especially if we've been prone to some anxiety and typically have a shallower, faster breath. It might be quite a big stretch to try and go to that pause of 7 and exhale of 8. So as ever, it's really important to tune in and listen to what our own body needs, what feels right for us. And starting with a lower count and building up towards that. So as with all our breathing practices, let's be comfortable, let's be warm enough, let's create that space across the chest so we can open up through the chest. So I'm sitting on a bolster so that I can get that length up through the spine. I've got my knees propped so that I can let the legs relax and release down. And I'm going to use the wall for a bit of support behind me so I can tuck those shoulder blades in and down. And bring the chin slightly down. So let's start by just tuning into the breath, noticing how it feels right now, how the breath is in this body in this moment. See where it is you can feel the breath. Which parts of the body you can feel moving with the breath. And then if you'd like to join me, I'm going to count you through a couple of cycles of a 3-4-5 breathing pattern. Don't force anything. Step out of the count and come back to your own natural rhythm anytime if it doesn't feel right for you today. Let's breathe out together. And then we'll breathe in, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a normal breath cycle. Over time, it can be possible to build up to be doing these cycles again after each other. At the beginning, it's really good just to try it once and then just come back to a normal breath so that nothing's forced. We can keep with that sense of ease and the calmness that we're looking to access. So breathe out together. In, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a normal breath cycle. And see how that felt. It felt like at the end of that exhale, you were fighting and ready for that next in-breath. You might want to count yourself and perhaps just make the count a little bit quicker so that it's not 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. It can be a slightly faster count, but perhaps still in that ratio. So we just extend that exhale. And that's been shown to be particularly effective at activating our parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system. I'm going to offer the count now for the 4-7-8. Please stick with your own count if that feels better for you today. We'll breathe out together. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Normal breath cycle. So that's a really long count. Most of us won't be able to stay with a feeling of ease through that count until we've practiced perhaps lots and lots of times. Start with a lower count and build up to it if you'd like to try. There are other types of Visama vritti where we can lengthen the exhale without using the pause. So we can look at just taking a count of perhaps 2 for the inhale and 3 for the exhale. So that may feel a bit more accessible. It may help us to start with that initially and then come on to the 3, 4, 5 or the 4, 7, 8 over time. Thank you.